If you're on a weight loss journey, you're probably wondering what your body fat percentage should be, or what it is that you should be aiming for. I'm going to be breaking down those body fat percentages per group, as well as why body fat percentage is the best way to determine your progress in today's video. All right, guys, if you're new to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. On my channel, I'm typically talking about the science-backed and holistic methods that you can use in order to achieve your wellness dreams. So if you have a wellness goal in mind, make sure you subscribe. I hate the scale for a number of reasons, but mostly because it is highly inaccurate at actually determining your progress. Let me break this down for you. The scale only tells you your total weight. It does not tell you how much of that weight is fat and how much of that weight is muscle. So let's say you're on your weight loss journey, you're working out while also trying to bring your body fat percentage or your weight down. You could be building up your muscle mass while also losing body fat percentage, which is good and exactly what we want, but it could come out on the scale as zero progress because you're simultaneously gaining that lean muscle mass while also losing fat. Now that's obviously a lot of change, it's a lot of good change happening, but the scale doesn't tell you that that's happening. Another example, some foods cause water retention where your body actually holds onto water, and then of course there's also hormonal changes that can cause your body to hold onto water. This is why if you've ever trained for an endurance race, the day before when you go to carb load, you'll notice that you could gain a couple pounds overnight by the next day. And this is because for every 1 unit of glycogen, which is that stored carbohydrate, your body carries along with it 2 to 3 times that amount of water. This is not weight gain, it's just water retention. This water retention is also associated with high blood pressure as a result, which makes sense because you're going to have more liquid in your blood vessels that your body has to pump through the body, causing increased pressure. But that's a side tangent. And if you're a woman, you also know that there are just certain times of the month hormonally when your body is going to hold on to more water than usual. Water weight comes and goes. It's not fat, but the scale doesn't know the difference. On the other hand, a high quality body fat scanner will tell you how much body fat percentage you have, how much muscle mass you have, and depending on how high tech it is, it could even show you a breakdown of where your muscle mass is. So for example, I had taken this test and it showed that I had more muscle in my right leg versus my left, which helped me to focus on training so I could equal out that imbalance. So now you know the body fat percentage reigns supreme for assessing your results. What should your goal be? This comes down to multiple factors such as gender and fitness level and even age. But to keep it simple, we're going to focus on the groups of gender and fitness level. If you're a woman, it's known that we need to have slightly higher levels of fat in order to support health, hormonal balance, and fertility. And obviously we're going to have higher percentages of body fat because boobs. But the range you're looking for will depend on your goal. Obesity in women is considered about 32% body fat. So if you're at 32% or above, then the first is to get you into what's called the acceptable range, which has been determined by the American Council of Exercise. And that range is 25 to 31%.
Okay guys, I'm editing this video right now. I just wanted to pause here and let you know that when I say acceptable ranges, this is the terminology that is used in scientific community, and it basically just means a healthy range.
Now, if you're looking to take this a step further and perhaps you have an exercise or a fitness goal in mind, then the next range you're looking for is the fitness range, which is around 21 to 24%. Now, once you start to get below this range, it's still possible to be healthy and be at a healthy body fat percentage for reproduction. It can just be a little more tricky. This range is considered the athlete range, and for women, this range is 14 to 20%. From my experience, unless you're an elite athlete, we're getting down to that lower acceptable body fat percentage in that athlete range is going to help with the competitive edge. Then even at this athlete level, a good amount to aim for at this athlete level would be 18 to 20%. That way you don't have to be concerned about fertility issues or any hormonal imbalances. Granted, you can have fertility issues at any level of body fat percentage, and this namely comes down to insulin resistance, especially with PCOS. Insulin resistance is one of the biggest factors that's tied to it. So that's why tapping into fat burning mechanisms while still providing your body the type of nutrients and food that it needs, especially in order to address that insulin resistance, is essential. And you can get the details with the complete intermittent fasting bundle. It's a program that I created. It has 100+ amazing recipes. I'll have all the details linked down below in the description so you can check it out. Now let's talk about the guys. As men, you don't have to be as concerned about maintaining a higher body fat percentage in order to maintain that fertility and just overall health function. So for men, obesity is classified at 26% body fat or higher. So if you're in that range, you first want to get into the acceptable range. Remember that range that's determined by the American Council on Exercise. And for men, that's 18 to 25% body fat. From here, if you have exercise or fitness goals and you want to move on to that fitness range, then what you're looking at is 14 to 17% body fat. And just like with women, you can drop your body fat percentage still still to a healthy range that's lower than this fitness range, but I caution you on your methods. For men, for that athlete range, you're looking at 6 to 13% body fat. But again, it's really important that you're looking at how you're achieving this. It is completely possible to be in that 11 to 13% body fat and still be healthy and still be enjoying the food that you eat, but you need to make sure you're doing it the right way, where you're not going to be destroying your metabolism or your hormones. Because we know that health issues come with the higher body fat percentage, but you can also, of course, get those health issues at a lower body fat percentage, especially if you're consistently following that calorie restrictive, no attention to detail on what you're eating protocol, which can cause that increased inflammation and issues with hormones. Now, when I talk about these ranges, there's something that you can shoot for as just a general goal in mind, but I also caution against idolizing a specific body fat percentage number. That's why these are presented as ranges, not a specific number, because doing this can lead to the same issues that go about idolizing a specific number on the scale. I mean, take me, for example, depending on my training schedule, I'm anywhere between 18 to 21% body fat, and I really only measure myself a couple times a year. Now, if you're in the beginning of your weight loss journey, you might want to make sure that you're on the right track by measuring yourself, once every other week, maybe at most once a week, but that would be the absolute most that I would recommend measuring yourself, because what we want to see are trends. Change doesn't happen day by day, it happens over time. And so we want to see how things are trending so we can see if we need to adjust things as we're going. And by measuring yourself once a week or once every other week, or even for some people once a month, that will allow us to see those changes over time and ensure that you're going the right direction toward your goals. And there are a variety of different methods that you can use to measure your body fat percentage. If you're at a gym, you should ask to see if they have an in-body machine or just some other method of measuring your body fat percentage. This is likely going to be the most available and accurate way that you can assess your body fat percentage. But you could also get at-home options that aren't going to be as consistent, but they will at least be able to tell you roughly the trends that are happening. And this can range from a handheld device like the Omron or even the skin calipers. Now, if you're looking how you can tap into fat burning mechanisms without counting calories, I have some really great tips that you can check out right here. Also, if you love this science-backed information on how you can achieve your wellness dreams, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.